You've just bought something at the local store and you're given too much change. Do you give the change back or do you keep it?
Right. So let's start from around the couch. Those who are out there speculating, or what are they? Viewers on the bench, if you come onto the couch, you will have a chance to speak, or you can raise your hand. So let's start with got to get it up. Don't you know, get it up. We got to get it up. Oh,
To
yeah.
pump it up?
Oh, pump it up. Go get it up. Let's do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Masha.
I've had the user. You can hear me, right?
Absolutely.
You can hear me.
Loud and clear.
Okay. Uh, I've had the username got to get up for a long time, probably about 20 something years. It is an expression. I had a coworker years ago. He used to always walk around and say, "You got to get up before you get down." So I just grabbed "got to get up" as a username on Yahoo, and I've used it quite a bit everywhere. So, is there a question for me about whether I make that decision to give the change back or not?
Do you give the change back
Uh,
or not?
yeah, normally I would correct the person working at the convenience store or wherever this occurred, because normally it's going to come back on them because they have to do their banks at the end of the day, and they're going to come up missing or short, and they might get blamed for it or whatever. And I did have a recent thing happen that I actually kind of rethought a few times after I got home, and maybe felt a little bad about it, maybe not. I'm not sure. But what happened was, like if you find money out in public, okay, so if you find money, say you're out in the parking lot of a gas station and you find money on the ground, what do you do then? Do you take the money and you go inside the store and say, I found some money laying on the ground outside. I just want to turn it in case somebody was looking for it? Or do you not do that? So here was the deciding factor. The deciding factor was the amount of money. Okay. It wasn't money found in a wallet. It was a $20 bill blowing in the wind out in the middle of a parking lot. So I just kept it.
All right.
Now, of
Yeah.
course, if it had been 100, I probably would have walked back inside. Um, and certainly if it would have been in a wallet or any type of package and been any amount higher than that, I would have certainly gone back inside. But I didn't go inside. I didn't go back in with a $20 bill.
All right. Awesome. To
But I
those,
normally correct the cashier if they give me the wrong change.
good man.
I don't want them to get in any trouble.
So, to those who've just joined, welcome to the moral
Okay, that was
dilemma. And
Awesome. Thank you.
yes, thank you very much. Got to get it up. And welcome to the moral dilemma. Basically, the dilemma is right behind you. And for those
Are
who
we
are
having sound trouble?
not, yes, sorry,
Test?
I was muted. So, welcome to those who are in the moral dilemma. For those who are not on the couch, you can raise your hand if you would like to say something. And for those who are in front of Got to Get It Up, also raise your hand, but we will get back to you. Let's go then with Veronica. Welcome, another community member. Megaphone is yours.
Hi. My answer is very simple and short. Yes, I give it back. There might be an occasion where I don't count it and may not notice if it's the correct amount because I'm in a hurry, but most of the time I do check it and absolutely give it back. Yes. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's the
You're welcome.
reason that this is called a quickie, because these are quick answers. Do you give it back or not? Next, we have, who's behind there? Somebody's behind Veronica. All right. Megaphone is yours. If you would like to speak or pass.
I'll pass.
All right. Absolutely no problem. The second one becomes more spicier. Maybe you'd be warmed up by then. Then we have Philip Neal Red Cabbage. All yours. Speak or pass. All right. We've got a pass. Then we have Mr. Think. I love that name for the moral dilemma. Mr. Think? Speak or pass?
Oh yes, right. Um, I'll speak. I would personally, depending how much the money is, a bit like forgot your name, that one over there, right? A bit like him. I'd personally keep the money, if depending on how much it actually is, because if it's a lot of money, I feel guilty for it. But if it's a few quid, then I'm gonna take that.
All right, nice one.
Yes, that is my answer.
Thank you. We have Snezzles. Snezzles, thanks for bringing Mr. Think to the event. Megaphone is yours.
Hello. All right. Well, I do want to say personally, I just keep it. I wouldn't think much of it. Just other people's downfalls may result to my upfalls. We're always going to have that sort of thing. So I guess I just roll with it.
Okay. Revan. Megaphone is yours. Speak or pass.
Honestly, if it's above like $5, I won't keep it. But if it's under, I'll keep about a half.
Something going on with the sound, Ali? Is that just me? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm also experiencing technical sound difficulties or problems. I don't know.
All
I
right.
don't know if it's Outspace or
Sorry.
anyone
Revan.
else
Revan,
experiencing
just-
sound problems. Can
No,
we
no,
have
if
a
you and
raised hand?
If you and I can't hear this, it's old space or the megaphone. Just re-enter your space, Revan, and then we will get straight back to you. Scott.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hi.
I think my younger self probably would have faced more of a dilemma on this question, but later in life, I always try to treat others the same way I would hope. I would like to be treated in return, so it wouldn't matter how much the mistake was or any of that to me. I would just give it back, but I also don't feel judgmental about what decision people might make in this situation.
Awesome. Thank you. It looks like we have a doppelganger. It looks like Scott is the younger version of Dr. Sam. Or is it just me? All right. Let's try Revan again. Revan. Oh, the megaphone's still on you.
Well, what I was saying before, if it's above $5, I'll go into wherever it is and turn it in. But if it's less, I'll take about half of it and give the other half to a homeless organization or somewhere else, just sort of pay it forward.
Wow. All right. Thank you. Dr. Sam. It's got to go through all of these pages. Dr. Sam, what do you think of your doppelganger?
Hi, Timon. Yes, I would definitely give the money back, immaterial of the quantum of money. I would highlight to the cashier that they have made a mistake, because this might be a habitual mistake that the cashier is making. And the cashier has a risk that they have to pay out of their pocket, are categorized by management as dishonest or incompetent. And I would feel sorry for the person losing losing their job. Just come back to a very interesting, got to get it up, made the point that if he found money lying on the floor and it was a big quantum of money, he would go into the store and ask if somebody had lost it. So I was in Dubai in the Middle East about 20 years ago, and I walked past a wallet that I could see was packed with money, dollars or whatever it is. I didn't open it, and I decided not to touch the wallet. I would leave it there so that the person would, if they knew whether they'd left it there, because it was obvious they had taken out of their pocket and left it there. And then that night when I walked past, about 12 hours later, the wallet was still sitting there. So it's obviously a cultural thing, because nobody picked up the wallet They said it wasn't theirs, and therefore they weren't going to touch it. And it was just an anecdotal story that I've got.
All right. Well,
that's me.
That was 20 years ago. Nowadays, you'll get their name. You'll try and find them online, send them a message. But we'll save that for another day. For those who've just joined, welcome to the Moral Dilemma. The dilemma is behind you. And if you would like to speak or pass, well, if you'd like to speak, then raise your hand. The megaphone for Was Warre is yours. I see you put up your hand.
Yeah, I like this guy over here is a realist because he's like, I'm gonna take the money, and I would say probably 80% of you probably would if you weren't being recorded or ethically being observed. And then this guy over here said something about you want what did you say? You wanted to be treated like you want to treat other people how you wanted to be how you hope they treat you. At the end of the day, Walmart is like a billionaire company. They don't care about us. They put us out of jobs. They honestly don't care about us. They pay their workers $10 an hour. They took all our jobs away, all the small little shops, the little mechanics, the repair places, the lumberers, everybody that did stuff locally, all was removed, taken away. And they put us out of business, and they bought everything from China and sent all the money over to China. And so at the end of the day, I don't care about them. Take their money. Take as much as you can from them. They're killing us. I'm done. Thank you.
All right.
Just to add to that.
Yes.
Walmart, okay, I can understand, but the change has got nothing to do with Walmart because there is somebody in between Walmart and you, which is the teller or the person that is running up the bill. So just take that into consideration, and I'd like for you to answer that as well.
Okay.
What you feel about the teller?
Can Raymick just go and take a seat on the couch because I'm streaming at the moment? No? All right, you're gone. Ali, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm experiencing sound difficulty.
No,
Can
we
you
heard
hear
you.
me?
No, we
Yeah.
heard you. We heard you, absolutely.
Okay, no. It's just cutting out. So hence my statement.
No, I could hear you absolutely. And Was Worried, just raise your hand based on Ali's question. Who did I just
Okay, it's still cutting out.
The megaphone to? DJ to Smoot. It's all yours.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Absolutely.
Okay, sounds good. I think for me personally, I mean, this has happened to me before, but it depends. For me, it's the customer service of wherever I am or the local store. I've had situations where I've been, been followed around and, for no reason, stuff like that. And I think with that, if they give me like $2, $3, $4 over or whatever, I think that's a good learning lesson for them and saying like, well, maybe you need to pay attention a little bit more to your craft rather than, like racially profiling or something of that sort. But any other given day or whatever, where if somebody were to give me some change over or whatever, I would give it back. But sometimes I feel like karma should happen to certain people by the way that they treat you.
Great advice. Thank you. We then have Tony. Hello, Tony. Oh, Tony just dropped his hand. All right. Then we have, let's see. Tony, you want to raise your hand again? Actually, I'll just give you the megaphone. It's all right. And then you can decide to speak or pass as you're on the couch. Welcome, Tony. No? All right. Lord Vegan, you're next. Welcome. Do you feel warmed up? Lord Vegan, the megaphone is yours if you want. No? Okay. Galaxy Fox, welcome. You're on the couch. Feel free to speak or pass. No? Or yes?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Let's go to Was Worry.
Yes, to answer the question, basically the way I look at it from the cashier standpoint is really they should be trying to steal as much money as possible from that place. I mean, if you're working for a billionaire, massive organization that is our number one enemy, destroying families, destroying everything, everyone's just on food stamps, going to Walmart, giving them free government money. It isn't going to local people trying to add value and get out of their situation. So I would, if I worked for, I mean, I would team up with other employees. I would be hustling these billionaires as much as possible. There's a moral and a basically social dilemma with this situation. But when you're dealing with an enemy that's killing you, all this is out the window. We dropped a nuclear bomb on 100,000, 200,000 Japanese. I can't remember the number. And just to stop the war, all this goes out of the book when it comes to ethics, when you're dealing with an enemy.
All right. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Next we have Dr. Sam. Okay, so the table's open now before we move to the second moral dilemma, which is a lot more spicier. And I just want to, before we go to Dr. Sam, I want to hear Ali's thoughts. Ali, what would you do?
Well, considering the cashier's job is at stake, and from a moral sense of view, I would definitely give the change back, because I know at the end of the day the cashier is going to end up paying that money back out of their own pocket or their salary, and ethically it's the right thing to do. As a reply to the previous comment, I don't actually know if we have that power. I mean, a big corporation, if you don't do the job properly, they're just going to fire you. So that's just my opinion. So I would definitely give the money back. It's the ethical right thing to do. The cashier may be struggling financially, and it will be costing them money out of their own pocket. And Mr. Tim, what would you do?
I just have a very quick answer, because this is the quickie of the day, and that is there's two situations. All right, thank you very much for those who are sending me messages, taking me off course.
Move forward.
Two situations that I would take it. The first one is, I understand that it'll be taken off their salary, and they probably need it a lot more than us. So I will personally give the money back, all right, because I also want to be able to sleep at night knowing that I did the right thing. On the other hand, if this is where everybody keeps giving the money back, then it's actually showing that they are, they're actually showing that they are a little bit incompetent and negligent, and they should maybe learn their lessons, which will stop them from doing it in the future. I would give the money back, but I would argue that, yes, I think they won't learn their lesson. They've got to learn it the hard way. And sometimes those are the lessons that they need to do, but depending on how much the money is. Because if it means a lot to them, they'll do their job right. But that's my thought. Welcome, Lemon Tech. I know
sometimes.
Yes.
Sorry, just to add to that, sometimes they may have had a really long 8-hour, considering, let's say December, for example, how many clients walk through a store, and it's easy to make a mistake, a humble mistake. Maybe it might not be something that they always do.
All right. We never know. I mean, like I said, I would give the money back.
Yes, you can. Never know, yeah.
Where is this? All right, so I'm just going through this list of people. But I think we should move to the next moral dilemma.